I'm telling you. I remembered that like it was yesterday. And are you sure? Oops.
Welcome to So That Is My Life.
Let me tell you about misremembering and the Mandela effect. At least my take on it. Let's start with confabulation. Confabulation it's not lying, because you don't have the intent to misinform people. It is kind of misremembering, but the problem with that is that it usually involves some brain damage because of like aneurysms or Alzheimer's disease or some kind of thiamine deficiency through alcoholism, stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure I don't have that. I'm not an alcoholic, oh no. And then there is just poor memory. Some people say that our memories are very poor and that they are malleable and that they deteriorate through time and stuff. And of course that is true, but some guy gave me a list here. And I'm gonna take the list to me. I'm gonna look at this list, and I'm gonna show you, and the list, I'm gonna show you the list here. And I had to take 2 screen photos to get the entire list on there. There are 48 items on there with which our memory supposedly can go wrong. 48 things that can go wrong with our memories. We're lucky we have any memories at all. I mean, if every single thing would go wrong with your memory all of the time, that would mean that you came into a room expecting to see your son, and you would meet your son, only to you it would be a stranger because your memory would be wrong. And I don't think that's happening, is it? I mean, okay, some of our memories will be wrong and some of them, you know, I mean, you should just look at the list. I'll put a link in the description to it. Just go and watch it. It's mind-boggling. And then I also wanted to talk to you about something. There have been experiments where they tried to put false memories into people by putting photoshopped images into their photo albums, and they made them like remember a fake balloon flight, and they weren't there. Now, can they do that to people? The problem is they did this, you know, over a period of 7 to 16 days with 3 different interviewers, and they kind of tried to put in the false memory. So they were kind of manipulating these memories of these people. And most of the memories we talk about in the Mandela effect, they're memories like you saw the movie and you remember that line from the movie and you know it's the line. And now you can say, yes, but you know, 2 people remembered the line wrong, and then they started quoting it wrong, and then it got into popular culture, and so everybody was quoting it wrong, and that's why, because you think it's wrong. Yeah, you know what? I don't think 1 or 2 people can do that on a global scale. So, and then there's the other thing. I mean, there are certain logos, and we are remembering it all the same way. Now, with like the Volkswagen logo and the Volvo logo, they are minor adjustments or minor, you know, minor differences. I'm sorry, minor differences. And I mean, with those experiments, first of all, their intent was to put in false memories. So are they gonna succeed? Of course they are. That's one. And second of all, they seem to tell that, you know, there was like, these people were beginning to really remember the feeling they had when they went up the balloon. They remembered like the hamburgers they tasted that they never had. And I kind of have a big problem with that, because you go into your mind, you take your real memories and you pick out the memories that you really remember, like how you felt, and really remember the taste of stuff or the smell of something. You know, I believe that the memories that stay into us are the memories you focus on. When you really focus on like a logo, or you really focus on the visual part, you will remember the visual part, but the rest will be blurred out. If you focus on the sound, like when you go to a concert and you focus on the sound, you will remember the sound, but the visual aspect will be blurred a little. You won't, you know, and there is always the chance that when you went to a restaurant, you really, in your memory, can't taste the food because you concentrated on it, but you know, you concentrated on your beautiful date and the size of her cleavage, and that's what you're remembering, but not the taste. So, now I'm gonna go into a specific memory of mine and of more Mandela affected people, and it's the Ford logo. I'm gonna show you the two logos, and I'm gonna like zoom into the logo the Mandela effect people remember, and we all remember it the same way. There was no pig's tail. Now let's just imagine that we misremembered that. Then there would be people that remembered it without the pig's tail. But there will also be people remembering it with the pig's tail in another part of the Ford logo. And as you can see, I put arrows up, and there are like 4 different logical places this pig's tail could be on the F alone. So don't go tell me that's misremembering. I mean, there's something else going on. And you know what? It's the feeling. We know we remember it. We feel in our gut we remember it. And we remember it right. The Ford logo is burned into my memory like a burn mark, like a permanent tattoo, because I was with my dad in the garage where they sold the Ford logos, and they had umbrellas lying on top of the cars, because they had this promotion that when you as a couple bought the car, you got an umbrella, and it was an umbrella with a big stick. You had a knob on it, it folded open. I told you about this, I think, in another vid. And it folded open, and it was an umbrella for 2 people. And I remember that because it was a white umbrella and he had a blue Ford logo on it, and I can still see the Ford logo on the umbrella because I really focused on it. And you know what? I don't remember the taste of the Coca-Cola I probably had because the nice salesman gave it to me, because my father was working there. And I don't remember the smell of the garage of the new cars or anything, or I don't remember any sounds. The only thing I remember is the logo, because I concentrated on it. And that's my take on the Mandela effect and misremembering. And you know what? If we could prove of one thing that it was a Mandela effect, then surely there must be others. And I think I kind of proved the Ford logo is a Mandela effect, more or less. So, leave comments, what do you think? Put a like on this vid if you like it. I will see you hopefully next video. And if you haven't subscribed yet and you want to see more, just subscribe. So, see you next time. Bye.